Don't know how to start this, but this video will be quite different to what I usually upload. And me using the word different is such an understatement. You probably guessed what it'll be about by the title of this video, so it won't have any sort of gameplay showcasing my knife kills. It'll only consist in me just talking about my journey with my YouTube channel, more specifically, the evolution of my avatars. So if you're only interested in watching some knife action, feel free to watch all my previous videos. So, I haven't got a fucking clue what to say really. Oh yeah, I nearly forgot. You can turn the closed captions on right below if you want. Right, so why am I doing this video? Well, a couple months ago I was rummaging through my folder of old videos to find a screenshot of all the operators that I've been using throughout the years, from Warzone 1 till now, to add to my brand new banner. I hope you like it. Big thanks to Wojtek for creating my own COD operator, it's really fucking sick. Anyway, whilst I was looking through some old videos, I've come to realize how far I've come with my editing style and how I managed to express what I was feeling with some sort of different kinds of emojis. So let's travel back in time and witness my cringy reactions. This is my very first Call of Duty video on my YouTube. Shout out to everybody who's been with me since the beginning. I'll become invisible so as not to cover my avatars or emojis. While the game has come a long way, the low FPS are horrible, or perhaps my recording didn't capture with a decent quality. I don't know, but as you can see, this was my first attempt at making a sort of a face using special characters that I found in a random website. I simply selected the face that I wanted that accurately represented to what I was feeling in game. I then copied it and pasted it on Premiere. You can see that I used to type some text as well, since at the time I didn't use a text-to-speech bot for my videos. I used to make these emojis move around the screen not to obscure what was happening in the background. And depending whether it was a dark or light background, I'd change the emoji either to black or white accordingly. I think they were really cute and very dynamic. It's a shame I can't recall the website I copied them from. However, I wanted to find a quicker way to use emojis that wouldn't require much effort or time, so I found a quite interesting looking font that would replace letters with emojis. And each letter would correspond to a different emoji. For example, the letter A would be a crying emoji, the letter B would be a laughing emoji, the letter C would be a vomiting emoji. You get the gist of it. Shortly thereafter, I've started to add different colors representing different things. Green for the text chat that I've actually typed in game, white for the stuff that I was thinking in my head but didn't type, yellow for sound effects that are hard to pick up for my deaf friends, blue for my teammates,
Awesome.
and red for enemy death comms.
Well played, man. Well played.
At this time, Rebirth Island and Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War were in full swing, but I still wasn't happy with my emoji. It lacked character, so I thought, I know how to draw. So why not draw my own emojis, but with a little odd twist? My fucking face on an emoji-shaped head. But I kept using the same color method. Not shortly after, I started adding hand gestures to emphasize even more my expressions, which was a struggle because I'm not good at drawing hands, but it turned out alright for what was intended. Then, Call of Duty Vanguard came out, and I tried for the first time adding a text-to-speech bot to my videos.
Yep. I'm gonna have a go at Call of Duty Vanguard public beta.
I was slightly concerned because the bot voice could have been quite annoying to hear for long periods of time. But I kept the text anyway for some of my deaf friends to read, and the bot voice for hearing people not to miss what was going on in the video while reading my text. There were some who didn't like the voice because they've already pictured a specific voice in their heads while reading my text. However, the needs of many outweigh the needs of the few. So the bot voice had more votes and won. I've stopped using the different colors and only remained with the white and red for some occasional deathcoms. The emoji didn't move around like my previous ones. It stayed like this all throughout the existence of Caldera. It's the emoji or avatar that I've used the most, till Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 came out. Since it was a new COD game, I decided it was time
for an emoji/avatar upgrade.
And the rest is history. Of course, my bot voice kept changing somewhat to a slightly different version, till I found this one that you're hearing right now. This one's special because it's an AI bot voice talking, so it's not as robotic and monotone as my previous ones. For the avatar itself, I took the idea from emojis on iPhones. I drew myself as a 2D version of a memoji along with lots of facial expressions and hand gestures. However, I wanted to make my hands as accurate as possible because I wanted to teach some BSL whilst playing the campaign. So to have the best results, I simply traced over my real hands and recorded myself as reference for my memoji animation. It took so much work, but it was really fun watching the result once each video was finally finished. I've been changing the look of my memoji to match me in real life on the day I was playing the game on every video. If I had my hair down, my avatar would too. If I wore glasses, my avatar would as well. There were somewhat exceptions, of course, especially when it was Christmas or Halloween, just to keep things interesting. Then, Modern Warfare 3 came out, and I made the decision of removing the text entirely. Sam from the past will explain why. I wanna do a slight change regarding this text right above my head. I'm gonna remove it completely. Because A. I spend too much time editing it. B. It blocks what's happening in the middle of the screen. C. Is a bit distracting while you're watching my video. And D. I can't talk too much because there would be lots of text for people to read and that would be tiring. You can turn on the closed captions still if you fancy. Which brings us to the present. I had fun revisiting my old videos and witness how I managed to keep it entertaining despite the extremely low quality avatars and emojis. But, I've got a little surprise. There is a reason why I made this video in the first place. I've updated my avatar once more. Because I've encountered some minor inconveniences that have been bothering me for quite a while. You see, I haven't been using BSL for a reason. If some of you recall, a while back I've posted a video where the text chat was disabled, so I decided to use sign language. Sadly, my signing was slightly confusing due to my avatar not having a neck or torso. Because some signs require you interacting with your upper body, so my new avatar will have a neck and torso. Another thing that bothered me was the fact that, at the time when I first drew this avatar, I was wearing these specific headphones, but I've changed headphones twice since then. I wanted to draw my current headphones, but my head with these headphones are one single PNG image, so I couldn't change anything without having to draw it from scratch. And lastly, the time it takes me to animate each facial expression, hand gestures, and the hair swinging and moving. Since I've got a body now, it'll just rest on my shoulders or back and not move at all. There's more nitpicking, but I won't go through all of them. I've received some feedback from mates and family who know me to achieve the best result, so here's my new avatar. I hope everyone likes it. It's not much different from my previous one, but the overall vibe is pretty much there. I might change some things here and there in the future, but I'm quite pleased how it turned out. And if you're wondering if I'll dress my avatar the exact same as me, you'll be right. My perfectionist self and my OCD doesn't let me do shit haphazardly. Anyway, this video is becoming way too long for my liking, so as always, GG, and stay sharp.